Let's go! The worst contract in NFL history is finally over.
Mr. Unlimited.
Russell Wilson is a free agent, and at the end, I'm going to tell you why the Pittsburgh Steelers in particular need to make a move for him right now. Even though the Willson tenure in Denver was very up and down. We're going to break down his final game, and you're going to see in the background a really, really bad red zone interception, even though it didn't count because the DB did eventually drop it. So we move ahead in this game to one of Russell's better plays on the night. This is vintage Russell Wilson. I can't tell you how many times I saw versus when he was with the Seahawks, how many scrambles he had just over the middle of the field. Now, Russell Wilson, when he was with Seattle, had so many of these runs over the middle because, Russell Wilson just does not throw towards the middle of the field. So, defenses don't occupy that space, which opens up huge rushing lanes for him, such as this play right here. And this, to me, has been a big issue with Russell Wilson, right? You see these too high structures have taken over the NFL, and you don't get these deep balls that we know Russell Wilson was known for in Seattle, right? So he's had to settle for a lot of checkdowns, and he did a good job in this game getting checkdowns to the running backs. And just a little side note here, I actually really like Jaleel McLaughlin right now in underdog fantasy drafts. You can select him now, use my promo code Carter, and you get a deposit match bonus up to $100. And guess what? They have drafts, $10 draft. You can win $200,000. underdogfantasy.com. But the truth here is Russell Wilson did a good job checking down in this game, but it also shows you the issue with him as a QB because he can't hit his patented deep shots that he hit in Seattle. And now we move ahead to this 3rd and 12. Once again, we don't have the all-22 for today's film study, but once again, you'll see Russell Wilson versus two high structures. It's just something that I wouldn't feel comfortable with him as my quarterback. Obviously, the right tackle gets beat right here, but Russell Wilson's ball security in this game was abysmal. And for me, turnovers are an issue with Russell. It just seems like the game has not slowed down for him. In fact, it seems like it has sped up, and you see a lot of these types of plays. Now, as we get to this next throw, please hit that subscribe button, ring the bell. We are so close to 1,000 subs. It goes a long way helping us build what we are building here on Power Hour NFL. And this was, to me, Russell Wilson's best play of the night, okay? This isn't open right here. It looks like he was wanting this in-breaker, okay? Obviously, you can't throw that. Could he have, in theory, thrown this right now? Sure, but he doesn't want to, right? He's a shorter quarterback. He's probably afraid that's going to get batted down right there. And Russell then decides to look left. Could he have thrown that? Probably smart to not rip that one. You're not gaining much yards there either way. So we get vintage Russell Wilson right here, okay? Once again, not as nimble as he once was, but he's able to roll out here to the right side, step up into this pocket right here, and look at this throw. This is what he's known for right there. Hits the receiver for a really nice gain, and you're able to pick up a first down. So now we get to this 3rd and 8. Denver and Sean Payton didn't do a good job of getting them into advantageous 3rd down situations. So that's not entirely on Russell Wilson, but this is a major knock on him, especially in this modern era. This pocket is good, right? And you'll see right here that he takes his eyes off the receivers, right? You'll see that this is good, right? This is fine. I know it's cut off. We can't see if there's anything open, but you'll see he takes his eyes off the receivers down the field, and now, he's spinning around. So as great as that last play was, you get this with Russell Wilson, and he takes a really bad sack here. Okay, and you can see the right tackle's like, wait, what are we doing here? All right, it's 3rd and 8 again, and once again, you get these too high looks. It's a kryptonite versus Russell Wilson. These safeties are bailing so far out because they're just guarding against the deep balls, which is what Russell Wilson's known for. This isn't on him because the 3 technique absolutely just whipped this guard right here. And Russell Wilson loses his football. Yes, I understand a sack. You don't want to take it. You're down 23-7. But you got to have better ball security there. You just can't fumble that ball right there in that spot. And yeah, this is vintage Russell Wilson. And look, if I was a Pittsburgh Steelers fan, I'd say, look, is Kenny Pickett doing this right here? So obviously we've talked about the Patriots stopping Russell Wilson in these deep shots. He does a good job right here beating this contained defender, and he tells Marvin Mims to run deep. You know, Sean Payton brought up that he would have loved to have seen Marvin Mims play more. I'm a big Marvin Mims guy. That's someone else I'm actually selecting in some underdog fantasy drafts. And look at that ball. Really good catch right there by Mims to get him in the red zone. And we get to the 2nd and 13, and there was a deep in-breaker open on this one, but I still love this throw, okay? This is not an easy throw, okay? This DB right here has outside leverage on this deep out right here from Jerry Jeudy, and Russell Wilson is making this throw from the opposite hash, and he decides to throw with decisiveness, anticipation. This is an absolute missile to this outside shoulder. Bang! That is really, really good quarterbacking. And once again, we don't have, the all 22 version of this film study. So, we are limited, and you'll see that, it is important to note that this inbreaker did eventually get open right here for this touchdown, but we're not in the meeting room. We don't know the progressions or anything like that. And we also know that Russell Wilson and Sean Payton didn't get along. But man, what a throw. And now we get to this 3rd and 1. And, the Steelers had their red zone issues this year. And remember earlier, Russell Wilson had that really bad turnover in the red zone that was dropped for an INT. So it's 3rd and 1. You got to make something happen. You definitely can't take a sack. And he just throws his football up to where really only his guy could get it. That's a really good high point football to your big tight end to score. And this is this next play is actually a Patriots play from the Brady Belichick Gronk era. It's called Hoss Juke, running comebacks on the outside, goes from your slots, and the tight end is running a juke route. So he's got an option to cut to the inside or outside, and Russell Wilson, this is just really good quarterbacking right here, waits for this option route to open up, delivers it on the upfield shoulder, and allows his big tight end to make a play after the catch. So that's something else I really like about Russell Wilson. As far as a comeback quarterback, this is a guy that can really get things going quickly. All right, and then we get to a dreaded 3rd down again. It's the same situation that the Broncos have been in all game, 3rd and 10, and Russ has got to make something happen. And normally, defensive coordinators in this spot, they want to bring some type of pressure to force a sack. And you'll see, this is actually one of my favorite players in the league, the center, Lloyd Cushenberry. He gets beat right here, and Russell Wilson's in a lot of trouble, okay? It is 3rd and a mile, and look at how he steps up into this pocket and just finds a way to get this football to 89 right here on the shallow drag, and he's able to make something happen after the catch. That's a really good cutback to pick up this 1st down and to keep the chains moving, and that's a really good job by Russell Wilson understanding situation right there. If you get stopped short, you're just going to go for it on 4th. Here we go. It's 2nd and 20, and like I said, there's just not many quarterbacks in the modern NFL historically that just finds ways to come back the way Russell Wilson's able to come back, right? It seems like when there is chaos or when the Seahawks or the Broncos are trailing, he just plays better. I would love a deeper EPA study on that. Look at this ball across his body. He's able to make something happen right here to Jerry Jeudy. And once again, it's 3rd and 4. Russell Wilson knows that Bill Belichick likes to bring pressure on these thirds and mediums. And guess what? First off, we get a protection mistake right here. Now, we would prefer this outside guy to go free instead of the inside guy, but yeah, both the running back and the tackle pinch inside right here to leave this guy unblocked. But overall, this protection is really good, and Russell Wilson knows that he's hot right here. This guy is unblocked. coming right at him, so he's got to get rid of it. And I want you to see this anticipation right here on this throw by Russell Wilson, okay? Look at this, all right? First thing is he did have the tight end right here on the stop. That would have been good for a first down, but look at when he's actually just throwing this football right now, okay? He sees that this corner is way off this wide receiver, and look at the anticipation to throw this comeback route and deliver an absolute strike to 89 to make a play, and he's able to make him miss. And that's what throwing with anticipation does, right? It allows that receiver to have that much more time to make a tackler miss and make something happen out of nothing, basically. All right, 2-point conversion. We got to have it here. And the game is basically in the balance. And this is more so just great play design, if anything. Russell Wilson rolls out, and this is, going to the running back the entire time. And look at that. If the game is on the line, Russell is your guy. Look at that ball. So, should Mike Tomlin actually make this move, or should anybody make this move for Russell Wilson? Well, the numbers actually showed that Wilson wasn't too bad. Now, if you look at basic counting stats, he only had 2 300-plus yard passing games, but as many of you know, this Broncos offense was very weird, and you take a look at a stat like completion percentage above expectation, Russell Wilson was 4th in the NFL in that stat, actually 3rd, and you'll see as far as EPA per play is concerned, he was about middle of the pack. And if you're the Steelers, you take a look at a guy like Kenny Pickett, he's all the way over here. Is that really what you want to do in this division with Lamar Jackson and Joe Burrow? Now, as many of you know, I think Joe Burrow is the second best quarterback in the NFL, but last year he wasn't really all that healthy. And if you take a look at the actual Pro Football Focus grading system, Russell Wilson and Joe Burrow were the same quarterback, basically, according to their metrics. Now, once again, Joe's sample size was really small, but Russell Wilson was essentially the same quarterback as Trevor Lawrence, the same quarterback as Derek Carr. A lot of people thought Baker Mayfield was great. Pro Football Focus thought Russell was better, and Justin Fields is another quarterback who is in that range. So let me know what you guys think down below. And yeah, I think Tomlin should make this move. Now, floating in your face, some other fun videos. It is Power Hour NFL. Boom. And tonight we are doing hot dogs, baby. Let's go.